This is why Russell Westbrook is the weirdest man in the NBA. See, Russell Westbrook is an interesting dude. We don't really need a fairy tale, nor a CNBC article to prove that. You know, he's that type of dude who wears the craziest outfits the world has ever seen without batting an eye, and sings along to Taylor Swift songs like no one's watching or listening, no matter the location. And don't even get me started on his competitiveness, cause this dude, he's one of the most competitive NBA players out there, and he'll do whatever it takes to melt down whoever it takes, and turn the game according to his desires. The point I'm trying to make is, he's truly one of a kind. But just in case you somehow haven't realized Westbrook is a special breed, don't worry, you're not alone, since Westbrook doesn't really let a lot of people into his world. In fact, if you only listen to his post-game interviews, you'll learn that he's far more than willing to talk about random stuff.
Russ, did you guys lose this game or did the Jazz win this one?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That's tripping.
This man is about as ambidextrous as it gets. He's even listed on the Wikipedia page for ambidexterity alongside LeBron, Gary Payton, and others. But back in 2012, a news reporter by the name of Sam Anderson almost discovered a secret about Westbrook that to that day no one knew, and Russell was pissed about it. See, Anderson was working on a New York Times story about Westbrook when a Thunder PR person told him about how Westbrook shoots with his right hand and is listed as a righty everywhere you look, but writes with his left hand. And when Westbrook found that out, do you want to know what his response was? "Don't put that in the article," he said. So for all those years, he tried his best to keep that a secret, for no specific reason at all. But if you thought that was a bit weird, you'll be shocked when I tell you that Westbrook used to start the Thunder's layup at the exact same time before every single game. That's some dark magic stuff, Brookie. See, when he was playing for Thunder, he was in charge for telling his teammates to form two lines for layups. You know how it goes, the classic. And he always did it at exactly 6:17, on the dot, every single time. Not 6:16, not 6:18, but 6:17. Now, the reason for that still remains unknown to humankind, but I bet you there's something weird in the background. According to Westbrook, there's no particular special reason he does that. Yeah, right. And that's not even the only proof he likes to be exact with numbers, since Westbrook is said to pay his own bills. He's making well over $25 million each season, and the staff claims that he used to bring his bills to the facility so that he can pay them on his own during his downtime. While this seems normal to a casual person, it's a bit weird for an NBA player who sees more money daily that most of the people don't in their entire life. And he's even known for crunching numbers to make sure he isn't paying too much for certain things, cause a dollar goes a long way, especially for him. But what doesn't go a long way for Westbrook is the night time, when it's time for bed and sleep. Cause apparently, he routinely wakes up his teammates in the middle of the night to study film. See, Westbrook is always on the go, whether he's working out in the gym, lifting in the weight room, repping his team at charity events, etc. Doing all that, it would only make sense that he's the guy who takes it easy on team flights, which offer a rare opportunity for NBA players to disconnect and get some shut-eye. But as you could probably guess, that's not the case. His former teammate Steven Adams claims that Westbrook used to constantly wake him up to watch game film on the Thunder team plane. I'd imagine that watching video, especially after game at like 2 in the morning, may not be the best timing, cause it's rather hard to stay up. But Adams said that when it comes to that, Westbrook is a lunatic. He'll stay up all night while maintaining the same focus. It's amazing, especially when you're the one he decides to wake up.
So we lost the last two games, so it was pretty tough. Hold on, mate. So it was just good. Okay, mate. Give me 1 second. And then, yeah. Oh, sorry. Cheers, mate.
Now, while Westbrook might be keen on discussing games with his teammates, he is not so happy when reporters try to speak with any of his family members. Even more than that, he doesn't allow that at all. See, he speaks about both of his parents openly and glowingly, but doesn't really like to give reporters access to them. A reporter once asked him if he could speak to his dad, and Westbrook said there was no way. However, he offered him to speak with his mother instead, but they then discovered why that was. It was because she was the least talkative person he's ever met. She didn't talk at all, not a single word. So the reporter got nothing, yet again. Westbrook also tends to worry a lot, even too much, about the possible outcomes of different scenarios, which are clearly not going to happen. One of the bigger ones that he admitted to was that on the night of the 2008 draft, he was worried that he might not even get selected at all.
With the 4th pick in the 2008 NBA draft, the Seattle Supersonics select Russell Westbrook from UCLA.
He was the 4th pick in the 2008 NBA draft, but he admits that he never expected to get chosen that high, and in fact, he didn't even expect to get chosen at all. In an interview a while ago, he said that he was like, "Damn, am I gonna be the only one left in the green room? This is about to be embarrassing." But as you can see, it ended up working out just fine for him. In fact, he was one of the first people out of the green room. Now that's something you can flex with. There's obviously much more about Westbrook than what I just talked about, but a lot of it unfortunately remains unknown, since his world is pretty much like a galaxy from the outer space, impossible to reach. If what we know is already a bit weird, and we know that we're just scratching the surface, who knows what else Westbrook is hiding from us that we'll probably never know, unless he decides to lay it all out on the table for us. Or maybe write a book, or confess to a news reporter. Neither of those seem too likely though, cause Westbrook is Westbrook, a competition-driven beast with too much to do and too little to say.